Happy Sunday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva. In today's video, it's going to be a compilation of 6 of my favorite spring and Easter DIYs that I created last year. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. And I would just like to thank everyone for watching my video today. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Let me know what you think. I have this tin container that I purchased from Hobby Lobby last year. I have this lavender that I purchased from Walmart, and also these 3 eggs that I purchased from Walmart. They were 50 cents a piece. This greenery from Dollar General that I paid $1 for. The distress oxide that was given to me for Christmas from one of my friends. And I have this bag that I purchased from the Dollar Tree that I used to print out, "He is not here, he has risen, just as he said, come and see the place where the Lord lay." And Matthew 28 verse 6. And I'm also going to be using one of these little rabbits from Target. It's one of those hanging plant rabbits. And so here what I'm doing is I am cutting the fabric or the bag, and I'm going to go ahead and fray it on all sides. And once I have it frayed, I am going to take some of the distress oxide and walnut, and I'm just going to distress the fabric a little bit. And then once I have that done, I'm also going to distress the rabbit. And I would just like to say that when I print anything out on fabric, or when I'm printing out on fabric, I always use the Rust-Oleum matte clear finish. Oh, look at me, I'm making a mess as usual. So I shook the bottle and it felt like there wasn't that much Mod Podge inside of it. And when I poured it out, it just went all over the place. But yeah, so here I am just going ahead and I'm attaching the Bible verse or fabric to the tin can, and then I'm going to add go ahead and add that lavender pick. And then once I have that lavender pick added, I'm going to go ahead and add the greenery from Dollar General to the bag. And I would like to say that I did end up, after looking at the video, I mean not the video, but looking at the DIY for a couple of days, I went back and I added some baby's breath, and you'll see that in reveal, because I thought it needed just a little bit of white to go with the rabbit and the Easter eggs. So now I'm adding the eggs from Walmart, and then I'm going to take the little bunny. Here I am just trying to figure out which side I want to put him on, or put her on. And then I'm going to take some hot glue and put it on her little, or his little paws, and then I am going to attach it to the side of the container. And that is it for this DIY. And oh my goodness, it is so cute. I absolutely love it. It is my favorite DIY that I've made for Easter and for spring. It is, I just absolutely love it. Let me know what you think. And we're moving on to our last and final DIY for today, DIY number 4. So here I have this Christmas sign, these pieces of leather. I have the lace ribbon from the Dollar Tree, some moss from Dollar Tree, these little green glass canisters from the Dollar Tree. I have a little sheep or lamb from Dollar General that I purchased for 25 cents last year. I have these Jot push pins. I'm going to use the distress oxide again, Mod Podge. I have a lace bow that I tied. I have a sign that says "Silly Rabbit, Easter is for the lamb," and I am just showing you that I use the Rust-Oleum clear enamel. And I also use the spray adhesive to, because when I cut the fabric, I cut it a little bit short, so I just ended up adding just a piece to the corner, so I just attached it by using the spray adhesive. So I'm going to start off by taking the leather and taking a Mod Podge and putting it in the bottom of the frame, the picture frame, and I'm going to go ahead and start attaching the leather to the frame. And then once I have that done, I am going to take my fabric sign that I made. And I want to say that when I took it outside to spray it with the Rust-Oleum clear finish, when you're doing that, make sure that you put it on a surface that doesn't have any color, because I actually put it on a Target bag, and you can see the little red spots on it from the bag. So here I'm taking my miter shears to remove the needle part off of the push pin, and then I'm going to go ahead and distress the sign. And then once I have it distressed, I'm going to take some of the Dollar Tree lace, and I'm going to frame out the sign with some hot glue, using the lace and some hot glue. So here I am just framing out the sign. And once I have that complete, I'm going to go ahead and hot glue the top of the push pins onto the corners of the lace. And then once it's completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and attach my picture to I'm going to go ahead and glue my sign or my picture to the frame or on top of the leather. And then once that is completely dry, I'm going to go ahead and take my lamb, and I'm going to hot glue my lamb and one of the little glass pieces, the glass ornaments, to the bottom or in the corner of the frame. And then once I have those two items glued in, I'm going to add some of the moss, and I'm going to also add a piece of lavender and some of the white roses, the little white roses that I have, and a piece of greenery. And then once I have that complete, this project will almost be complete. And again, as I was sitting there looking at it, I really wasn't sure what it was missing, but I just felt like it was missing something. So here I'm just trying to figure out which direction I want to put the lamb in. But again, I wasn't sure which, I just felt like it was missing something. So I went ahead and added the lace bow to the corner of it. And then I went back to my craft room, and I ended up adding one of the little tea lights, and I took two of the napkin rings and I hot glued those to the bottom of it to lift it up. And then I ended up I made like a little rose with some lace fabric. I don't have video of me making it because I've just been kind of practicing making those. And so I just kind of took one and added it to the corner where the lamb is, with two leaves off of the lavender. And that is going to be it for this DIY. And as I was making this DIY, I wasn't sure how it was going to look or how it was going to come out, because I felt like I had made so many mistakes with it, but it actually ended up coming out really nice. So here I'm just trying to decide what I'm going to use at the bottom to stand the frame up. And here I am just adding the napkin rings. I'm going to just add those with some hot glue. But yeah, so I actually think this DIY came out way better than what I thought. And it is not my favorite, but it's my second favorite of these DIYs for today. So yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know which DIY is your favorite. If you could put that in the comments, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, I think they came out pretty nice. Oh yeah, and then I forgot I did add some of the walnut finish here onto the tea light, and I just think that it just kind of made it all look better. And then I also had to remove the little glass ornament with the flowers in it, because I couldn't fit the tea light in the corner, so I had to move it over. So I had to pull that out, and then I couldn't fit all of again, like I said, I had so many issues with this, but it came out really nice. And then I also I couldn't fit all of my plants back into the ornament, so I ended up gluing the greenery to the back of the glass ornament, and it is complete, and it is so cute. I do love it. Look at it. It is so, so cute. And the quote that I have on my sign, "Silly Rabbit, Easter's About the Lamb," I actually saw that on a t-shirt on Amazon. And I thought it was really cute, so I decided that I was going to turn that saying into a sign, and it is just so cute. Yeah, I wasn't sure about it at first, but every time I look at it, it just makes me so happy. So yeah, let me know what you think. And once again, my name is Tawanda, and I'm the Migraine Crafting Diva, and I would like to thank you for spending part of your Sunday with me. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it, and I hope you have a blessed day, and I will see you next Sunday. Goodbye. Go ahead and move on to DIY number 4. Here I have some lace that I purchased from the thrift store down the street from my house. I paid $1 for it. I have some more fabric that I'm going to use, that tan fabric. I believe I paid 50 cents for that a couple of years, like I think it was last year, from the same thrift shop. I have some Loctite spray adhesive, my glue gun, and I also have some of the cluster stuff and some a eucalyptus pick, and I'm going to call it a berry pick. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I got it from Joann's. I think I've had it for probably like 3 or 4 years now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut my fabric to size, and I basically just eyeballed my fabric when I cut it. I didn't like measure anything. I just eyeballed it, cut it, and went with it. So I'm going to use the Loctite spray adhesive, and I'm going to spray it onto the fabric, the tan fabric, and then I'm going to go ahead and attach the lace to the fabric, and then I'm going to go ahead and spray the back of it and fold it over so that it gives it a nice little a seam at the top. And I'm going to go ahead and just cut off the excess lace and then kind of just try and straighten it up just a little bit. And then once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and cut it into a triangle. And you can cut this however you want. And actually, if you're going to do this project, you can also use whatever fabrics you want. You don't have to use the same ones that I use. You can use any color. You can just use whatever's going to match your decor in your home. I kind of wanted to go with some neutral colors because in my kitchen, I have been gradually switching things out and to black. I mean, I've had some black things in there, but I've been gradually switching more of it out to black because I wanted to do a darker wall in my home, but I just figured I would just do an accent instead with like my decor, instead of painting one of my walls a darker color. So here I am just using my hot glue gun to go ahead and attach the seams for the carrot. And if you notice, I put the lace side on the inside so that when I flip it inside out, it'll have a nice seam instead of having like the frayed edges. And I also let it sit for a while before I flipped it inside out. So here I'm just going to just show you me flipping it inside out. And also I did use my scissors. I would probably suggest not doing that, but I didn't really feel like getting up to go get a pencil or go get a pen or something else that wouldn't damage it. But it worked out just fine. But see here, you can see I have a clean seam. So now I'm going to go ahead and stuff it with some of the cluster stuff. And this was given to me by one of my old co-workers before she moved back to Michigan, so I didn't really have to pay for much for this DIY. The lace cost me $1, and then that fabric cost me 50 cents, and the eucalyptus pick and the berry pick I already had, so basically it's costing me cents to make these carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and just tear off a couple pieces of this berry pick and a couple pieces of the eucalyptus pick. And I'm going to go ahead and stuff the eucalyptus and the berry picks into the carrot, the top of the carrot. And I also cut a couple pieces of the lace. And I'm going to just use that to tie around the carrot to close it. I didn't want to hot glue anything. I just wanted to just use the lace. So I took 2 pieces of it, 2 little thin pieces, and I just tied it around the carrot. And I also made 3 of these total. So once I had the carrot complete, I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and just show you the other 2 that I made also. And then I used the extra fabric that I had left over from when I cut the triangle out. And I just cut strips of it, so you can see here. And I'm going to take 2 strips, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to glue those together, and then I'm going to wrap those around all 3 carrots. And then I'm going to take the tan fabric, and I'm going to cut a strip of that. I'm going to just make a little shoestring bow, and I'm going to go ahead and attach that to the fabric, the fabric that I wrapped around all 3 of the carrots. And then once I have that done, that is going to be it for this DIY. Like I said, these DIYs are going to be quick, easy, and simple. And you probably have some leftover fabric or leftover lace or anything that you can just use to make these carrots if you, for, probably next to nothing. So once I have these done, that's going to be it. I'm going to go ahead and move on to DIY number 5, our last and final DIY for today. we're going to go ahead and get started. Oh, and with the shoestring bow, I am just going to fray the edges just a little bit because I didn't want it to be so perfect. I want it to be a little bit rustic. But yeah, and I'm going to put these DIYs, all of these DIYs in my kitchen. I kind of just wanted to go with neutral colors. So yeah, here we go. We're going to move on to DIY number 5. For DIY number 1, I will be using these plates that I purchased from the Repurpose Project, and they were 25 cents a piece. And I also have some napkins that I purchased from Dollar General that were $1 a piece. And then I will be using the decoupage varnish and glue again. I'm gonna just try it out again to see how it works on the plate, and yeah, we're gonna go from there. So I'm gonna first start off by taking some water and just kind of outlining on the napkins excuse me, the napkins what areas of the that I want to put onto my plate. And so I'm going to go ahead and just start tearing those pieces out, and then what I'll do is I'll go ahead and place them onto the plate how I want them. And then once I have it like I want it, I'm going to go ahead and just take the pieces out, and I'll just place them around the plate so that I'll know exactly where I want those pieces to go back to. So I'm going to start off by the first thing I did was I went ahead and washed all of my plates with some Dawn Power Wash, and then let them dry. And then once that was complete, I'll go ahead and start to decoupage the napkin onto the plates. So I'm going to use the Pentrate decoupage varnish and glue, and I'm going to just start off by placing the rabbit in the center of the plate. Excuse me. And then I'll just go ahead and just start to apply the rest of the napkin around the plate. And I'm also using this this like Doppler sponge. I'm not really sure what it's called, but I figured that would be the best thing to use because of the curves in the plates, because I could use that to kind of get down into those grooves so that the napkin would stick better. And then once I did that and I had the plate completely, once I have everything complete, all of the napkins complete on my plate, I'm going to go ahead and take a sanding block. First I used some sandpaper, and then I came back and used a sanding block to get the remaining, the little bits of tissue that I had left, napkin that I had left on the edges of the plate. And then once that was done, I went back over the plate with some more of the decoupage varnish and glue. And then that was it for this DIY. And I did do 4 plates total. They all have the rabbit in the center, but then I just tried to make them a little bit different on the outside. So they're pretty much close to being the same, but a little different at the same time. And I think they actually came out pretty nice. And for 25 cents per plate, and then the napkins being $1 per pack, and there's 16 in the pack. I would probably estimate that I probably spent total on this DIY maybe I'm just gonna I'm gonna just say $2, but it's probably less than that. It may be between $1.50 and $2 on this DIY. And I'm gonna say that these are all thrift flips, or should I say, well, these are all budget friendly thrift flips. All of the items that I'm using are from the Repurpose Project, which like I know I've said this in a lot of my videos, but it's one of my favorite places to go and get items to be able to do DIYs because of the prices that the items are. And these plates were only 25 cents a piece, and so that was $1 for 4 plates. And if I would have purchased these plates from the Dollar Tree, it would have cost me $5. So if you have a place like this in your area, I would strongly suggest going there to look for some of the items that you would be using to do some of your DIYs, just to be able to make them budget friendly. And that is my goal with doing DIYs, is to make them budget friendly. Because I do realize that even going to the Dollar Tree to purchase items, it could still end up being a little expensive. So Yes, so that's the reason why I go to the Repurpose Project a lot for my DIY projects. So for DIY number two, for DIY number three, I have this welcome home sign that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I'm going to also be using the Waverly Cashew paint with the Apple Barrel Antique Wax paint that I mixed up, and I went ahead and painted the frame ahead of time. I also have this picture with 4 chicks on it that I printed off of the Graphics Fairy website. And then I have some lace that I purchased from the Repurpose Project a while ago. I don't know if I've said this before, but it was about 2 yards and I purchased it for 50 cents. I also have some brown cardstock, and I will be also using my a glue stick to here to attach the printout from the Graphics Fairy and the brown cardstock paper to the front of the picture. And so yeah, we're going to go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to do now is I went ahead and cut the picture to size, and then I have some brown paper. Not brown paper, brown cardstock that I have. So I'm going to go ahead and just cut that to size also, and I'm going to put that on the back of the picture so that it makes it look clean. So I'm going to go ahead and use my glue stick and attach the picture from the Graphic Fairy to it. And then I'll go ahead and use my glue stick to attach the brown cardstock to the back, to the front of the cardboard. And I'll go ahead and place it back into the picture frame. And then I have my lace. And what I like to do when I do pictures, I like to put lace around them, as instead of just having just a regular picture frame, especially the ones from the Dollar Tree. I like to frame it out with lace. So once I have my picture put back into the frame, I'm going to go ahead and just frame it out with the lace. I already have it cut how I want it, and then I'm going to go ahead and just use some hot glue and attach it to the frame. And that is going to be it for this DIY. And again, like I said, these are my favorite DIYs. I already actually have them up in my home, and truthfully, you can use these DIYs for spring and Easter. But yeah, let me know what you think, and I'm going to go ahead and just let you finish watching me finish this DIY, and then once I'm done with it, we'll go ahead and move on to our last and final DIY, DIY number 4. Okay, so we're on to our last and final DIY. Excuse me. DIY number 4, and I have this little baby chick trim pack that I purchased from the Dollar Tree. I have my eggs here, my wooden eggs, and I have a couple of yellow eggs. I'm just trying to figure out which one I'm going to use, that I also purchased from the Dollar Tree. And then I'm also going to use some of the lace that I have, and some of the twine that I purchased from the Dollar Tree also. And I took off a piece, cut off one of the little pom-poms from the chick trim that I had, and I went ahead and put that on top of the yellow egg to give it some hair. And I'm also going to use my black marker, my Sharpie marker, to give the baby chick to give them eyes. And then I'm going to use my orange Sharpie to create a nose for the baby chick. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the baby chick back into the egg carton. And then I'm going to take my lace and my twine and just wrap it around the crate 2 times. And then I'm going to also use some hot glue just to be able to keep it from falling off of the egg crate. So as you'll see me here, as I'm wrapping it around, I'm going to put some hot glue in the corners just to be able to keep it from falling down. And then I'm going to go ahead and take some lace also and wrap it around. And then once I have it wrapped around a couple of times, I'm also going to take a piece and then just wrap it on the one side here like I'm doing now. And then and then I'll go ahead and put the eggs back into the crate. And that is going to be it for this DIY. I was going to add a sign that said and I may go back and put it in there, but I was going to add a sign that said eggs and you know, eggs are outrageously priced nowadays, and I was going to put like, you know, $10 or something because the price of eggs is just ridiculous at this moment. But I ended up not doing that. And so here you'll see me in a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and put the eggs back into the carton. And I just thought this DIY was so cute. My baby chick isn't perfect, but it's still cute. And I actually ended up making another baby chick. I'm going to go ahead and just insert a picture of it. So let me know which one you like best, or which one you think I should just go put in my cart, or should I just leave the one that I already have in it. But I'm going to go ahead and insert that, and then that is going to be it for my DIYs for today. And so that is it for today's DIYs. And my name again is Tawanda, and I'm the Migrant Crafting Diva. And I would like to thank you for spending the day with me. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. I will love you for it, and I will see you next week. Goodbye.